It's your girl Jenny. Welcome to my blog. So today we're about to do a story time, and I'm gonna be telling y'all the story about how a family member of mine lied to me real bad. Let's just get into it. I'm gonna have to explain it. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna title it, but y'all know by now. So make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so this happened a couple of weeks ago. Actually, over a month ago now, I believe. So wait, before we get started, rewind. Let's go back to like November. Yes, so November of 2022. My birthday is November 5th. So this was maybe, let's give it a good 10-12 days after my birthday last year. So I get a text message from this family member of mine, and actually my brother, my blood brother. Same mom, different dads. Have not seen, well, at the time I hadn't seen my brother since I was maybe like 12, 13, something like that. I was very young. That in itself is a whole nother story that I will get into, but we have not seen each other in so many years. Haven't really talked in that time, but he messages me and he's like, happy belated birthday, sis, and you're gonna be an auntie. So I'm like, and at the time, not even gonna lie, I didn't say anything back because I was just like, I don't know how I'm supposed to react to this, considering that, I have not talked to that side of the family in so long. So I'm just like, oh wow. So, I go to his page or whatever and I'm like, oh, because he messaged me on Facebook. On his page, I'm like, oh wow, he has a fiance and a baby on the way. I'm just like, wow. So I ended up texting him back several days later. And I was just like, congratulations. I'm so happy for y'all, whatever, da-da-da. I would love to, send some stuff for my nephew, whatever. Because at the time, he was living close to like maybe 4 or so hours away from me. So I I would love to send something for the baby or whatever. They were having a little boy. So I'm like, okay, cool. So time goes on. He ends up messaging me and he's like, okay, we're moving to a city closer to you. So they were going to be moving like 30 minutes away from me, which is, perfect. So I'm like, oh, great. Mind you, at this point, the baby is born. I've seen the baby, on photos and stuff like that. So cute. So he finally moves into his new place or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I would love to come see y'all. What type of stuff does my nephew need? I want to get him, some stuff. So he sends me a list of like the items that the baby would need or whatever. And so, or that, they just wanted the baby to have. So I'm like, okay, perfect. So everything that he told me that the baby needed, I went out and bought. I also went and bought clothes, little socks, baby Tylenol, pacifiers, books, you name it. I'm spending a lot of money. I say if I had to do a price range, maybe $150, something like that in a week. Which I'm thinking like, anything for my nephew, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that just goes for like, if one of my other siblings were to have kids, if I'm gonna be an auntie, like I'm going all out for that baby. Point blank period. At this point, I'm excited because I'm just like, okay, I'll get to, have a nephew to bond with, take him places, just love on him, whatever. So I'm excited. Every time I'm going in the store, it's just like baby stuff, buying as much baby stuff as I can. Let's follow. Keep in mind, I know you're probably wondering, Genesis, why are you telling me this? Just wait. It's all gonna make sense, I promise. So, in the span of like a week or whatever, from the time that I found out that they were moving down here till I saw them, I got a big bag and filled it with nothing but baby stuff. We're good. So the day, oh, my earring just fell out. Hold on. So the day finally comes where they move in. And after they move in or whatever, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give y'all a couple of days so y'all can get settled, and then, you know, I'll come over and see y'all and, you know, see my nephew. I'm super excited at this point. A little nervous because, like I said, I have not seen my brother in like so many years. I get to the house, you know, he tells me where I can park at, I'm parking. So I walk up and I try to get into like their apartment door, but of course, you know, it's locked, you know, security, whatever. So he ends up coming out to get me. So I give my brother a hug. I'm just like, oh wow, like this is crazy. Like, you know, been a little awkward, but I still felt like, I felt good. I'm like, you know, whatever. So we finally get up to his apartment door, open door up. I see the fiance and the baby. So, you know, I'm hugging. Oh, how are you doing? So nice to meet you. You know, I'm Genesis, you know, the whole full nine. So I see the baby, and the baby was sleeping. So, you know, my brother ends up picking the baby up, giving him to me, and I'm holding the baby. I'm just like, oh, this is my little nephew. I'm like, hi, such and so, like, we're gonna be besties. So, you know, I'm holding the baby or whatever. He's just so freaking cute, so adorable, just precious. So, you know, I'm just sitting there, still holding the baby. We're talking or whatever. So, a little bit of time goes on, and I'm like, he favors both of y'all. So when I say that, they both look at each other and they bust out laughing. So I'm like, what's funny? But I asked him, I was like, y'all don't think so? Me, I'm sitting there lost. And one thing about me, I hate it when people make me look like a dummy. Like, that's one of the worst feelings ever, because it's just like, okay, clearly there's an insider that y'all know and I don't. So what's really going on? So after that, they laughed or whatever, and I was like, you know, y'all don't think so? Complete silence. Silence. At this point, in my head, something said, get this girl her baby and walk out. Walk out, because something weird is going on. But I said no. Relax, relate, release. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it wasn't meant the way that it came out. I don't know. So I'm just like, you know, coaching myself in my head. So we end up talking again. Conversation is going normal. Everything is just fine. So then he proceeds to say, well, yeah, actually, let's call the baby, Bryson. That's not his real name. Let's call him Bryson. He's like, actually, well, Bryson isn't actually my real son. So I'm looking at him like, what? So I'm like, huh? He was like, yeah, my fiance was pregnant when I met her, but I adopted the baby. So I signed a birth certificate and da-da-da-da. So at this point, I was irritated. Because I felt like an idiot. Now, here's my thing. If you wanted to adopt her child, that is 100% okay. There is nothing wrong with that at all. That's not a problem. The problem is, you messaged me and told me that y'all two had a baby. You messaged me and told me that this was your child. You displayed it to me as if y'all two had gotten engaged, or either made a baby, then got engaged, whatever came first. And you just wanted to let me know that I was gonna be an aunt. That's the way you displayed it to me. That's where I have the issue at. If he had have said from the get-go, I have a fiance and she has a baby and I've adopted this child, I would have said, oh my goodness, congratulations. Let me go get the baby some stuff. I still would have went and got the baby some stuff. It's the fact that you lied. It's the fact that it's the principle of the situation. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And I don't care what nobody say. That was dead wrong. So after that, my mood is killed. I'm texting my mom. I'm like, girl, I gotta tell you something when I get out of here. Because I just could not believe it. I was literally sitting there like, mind you, still holding the baby the whole time. I'm just like, this nigga lied. This nigga lied. This nigga lied. About something so serious. Like, you don't lie about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, my mind is going a million miles a minute, because it's just like, why would you not tell me? Why would you not tell me? Thing is, I love kids. I do. I would have told me from jump, I would have had no problem. It would have never been an issue. It would have just been, okay, this is my nephew still. This is my adopted nephew. It is what it is. But yeah, after that, I had already had plans to go hang out with a friend afterwards. So I was just like, I cut that visit short. And I was just like, you know, I'll see y'all next time. You know, love y'all. It was nice meeting you. To the fiance or whatever, you know, gave the baby one last good hug, and, you know, I'm out. The more I thought about it, the more it pissed me off. Originally, like, I was still in contact with my brother and his fiance afterwards. I had even exchanged numbers with the fiance. Everything was going fine, you know, swell. But the more I just kept thinking about it, it just really kept upsetting me. And so I stopped responding to both of them. And part of me, I'll be honest, part of me feels bad that I did do that. But it's just like, y'all really tried to play me. And I can't even necessarily so much be mad at her. Well, first of all, I'm not mad, period. I'm aggravated. I'm annoyed. I can't even so much be annoyed with her, because she don't know me from a can of paint. My brother, on the other hand, why be deceptive? You know what I'm saying? And if y'all have an opinion on this, I would love for y'all to comment down below and let me know how you would feel if you were in this situation, because this just makes no sense to me. And I almost could understand if oh, mind you, I had talked to my mom at some point, you know, and I had talked to a couple of other family members at some point, and none of them had mentioned this child. So when I found out about this child, I was irritated with them, because I'm like, y'all couldn't tell me that I had a nephew on the way. But now it all makes sense. They didn't tell me that I had a nephew on the way because I didn't have one on the way. And it just goes to show, I'm sitting here talking junk about them. Like, why the freak would they not tell me that I got a nephew and da-da-da-da? It's because I don't have one. That's why. It's because he married he's engaged to someone that has a child. That's why. It all eventually made sense. But either way, I was just so freaking annoyed. Let me know if you think that I'm tripping, or you think that they tripping. Like, I really want to know, because I've talked to other people about it, and they have agreed that, you know, what I'm feeling is reasonable. So I just want to know, like, other people's opinions, because this is absolutely insane to me. But I just really had to come up here and tell y'all that story. One, because it's something short and simple. And then two, I just need to know. Am I tripping? Am I the crazy one? I don't know. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.